everybody, we're back for a quick unboxing. I took the item that I received out of the bag just because it was easier that way, but I wanted to share, I have been using this Moterm, they call it Coffee Brown Traveler's Notebook. Since I got it, I've been using it every day since September. It has the light gray color inside, and it's kind of, I think, very similar to a Giglio Giramondo, except like they have the Giramondo has the eyelet off to the side a little bit, and some people wanted me to compare it with the Midori brown leather, but I have another Moterm here. And like all of them, it came with a zipper pouch. I'll open this so you can see. So it came with the zipper pouch, and it has card slots and then a full envelope on one side. It came with extra elastic, and then it also came with some like a bookmark and a charm that looks like it's an airplane. I'm gonna leave it in the bag so I don't lose all those little pieces. But the reason we're here is for this. Now I have one of these in the passport size, and there it is. And one thing with all of the Moterm notebooks, they all come with 3 inserts. So here's a blank insert, here is a grid insert, and I'll take this one out too, and here is a lined insert. So you have even a jump band. See, there's an extra jump band there. So you have, other than a pen, everything you need in order to get started. So with this one, you can see it's 2 layers of leather. You've got the brown and the gray, and then the pockets have this wonderful stitching. This one, you don't have the stitching, but the pockets are, that was a little glue there, completely open. While here, because of the 2 layers, you can see that they're under there. While here, it's just a layer of leather. I'm not sure. It feels like a leather of sorts. I'm not really sure if it is leather. The passport one I have kind of feels like this, but it could be like a wax impregnated sort of a thing. But one thing you will see is that the elastic and the little grommet little hole is coming out of the, closer towards the back, while this one is in the spine. And I always wondered why Giramondo did that, and I think one reason is because of the pocket back here. Instead of putting it in the center, like here's one of my brown, you can see it says Midori made in Thailand, the second standard Midori I ever bought. I loved the brown one so much, I wanted to get another one. But you'll see how the Midori, it comes out of the center. So if you were to have a pocket sewn on like this, you know, changing the elastic would be difficult. So I think that's why they have it off to the side. But I think a slightly better place for it is like on this one, on the spine, because when you close it, I don't know, it just looks a little odd. But someone wanted me to compare the leathers with the original Midori. The original Midori, everyone knows how just soft since this isn't a real Midori and it hasn't been treated or anything, it just feels really like buttery on the outside, and it has a little fuzzy nap on the inside. This coffee brown one has a bit of a texture, and the gray on the inside is thinner and softer than the outside. And I think they did that because the outside, you know, is going to be getting the abuse when you put it in and out of your bag. So I think that's why they put the more sturdy leather on the outside. But they're both beautiful, beautiful. But if we look, they both have a nap. But this one feels like it's gone through a bit of a different process, because if you look at the Midori, and we'll do it on the back in the same spot, so that way we can't say one we're doing it in a different spot. Oop, it looks like Kitty's coming. There she is, and then there she goes. One thing you can see is I can scratch it. See how I just did that? Now, it won't go away, and that was one reason why. Well, actually, it goes away a little bit. But you're left with a very cool mark. The Moterm, it's like it has a wax coating or something on it. It's really hard to describe. So, and it feels more rigid than the Midori. See how it just is like, it just bends and looks really soft. This, even though because it just has a little bit more, I don't know. It could be due to the way they have finished the edges. Almost like there's a wax or a plastic on them. But it's not as nice of a finishing as this one. But let's put, upside down. Let's put all the stuff I have in my larger, or my other Moterm in here. I got a lot of stuff in here, don't I? This one I don't think I need to have on the elastic. I just want to see, because I do have one of these in the passport size as well, and I was using it, and I quite enjoyed it. So, at the front, I have way too much stuff here. I have my Faroof zipper pouch. A lot of people ask where you can get these. I got mine years and years and years ago through the miscellaneous store when they were having the Midori, and it was Midori at that time, Caravan, the Travelers Company Caravan. But Moterm, this company, makes something similar to it. They have a different zipper, and their zipper, I think on the Moterm, is a little bit nicer. The zipper on the original Midori, it takes a while to get it to be this smooth. But I have my 2019 monthly calendar, and I've already got my 2020 calendar in here. So that's what I put on one elastic. And you'll see there's two elastics, but you can use, oh, they did the elastic a little bit differently this time in this one. So there's that. Now, here is my weekly. Let me do this a little bit differently this time. I'll take that jump band that came with it. This is my weekly that I use for keeping track of my personal schedule. And this is the weekly, they're the exact same calendar that I use for keeping track of my students and anything teaching related. So let's put those together on this second elastic. And then here I have a, I think it's, when I got this, it actually came with a folder. I thought that was interesting. This one didn't. Anyways, so it's just a craft folder with some of my Midori stuff and some mileage sheets and that type of stuff for work. Yeah, see this, they've changed the way they have this loot. Let's try something. Yeah, I don't like the way they did it, but I can fix it when I'm done with this. And then the last insert I have is, I was one of the guests for Mindy Lacefield's My Christmas Bullet Journal. And so here is I've been keeping notes, and a lot of my practice was in here. So let's put this in here too, just to kind of give it a little extra stability so it doesn't ruin the folder. And there we are. So you can see it definitely fits a lot more stuff than the original Midori. There's no way I would be able to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd never be able to fit 5 inserts, a zipper pouch, and a folder in the original Midori. For one thing, I don't think I have enough, maybe I have enough elastic bands. Let's see. Yeah, we'd have to do it like that. Let me see. I don't like the way they tied those. So here's the Midori. So here's my zipper pouch and my 2 calendars. There's my other 2 calendars. And then here, let's just put the, let's just do the folder instead of, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? We'll do it over here. So as you can see, there is just, so I left out one insert. And you can see how there's this, there's just not enough. Oh, there we go. I did get it to fit, but see how it's hanging out. And I'm not a big fan. Now, of course, you're thinking, well, you don't need to have your 2020 calendar in there yet. Okay, so fine. I'll take the 2020 calendar out, but I still need both of these calendars because one's for my teaching and one's for my personal. And the reason I keep them separate is if for some reason I need to turn anything in to one of the universities that I teach at, I can just hand them that. They don't have to have any of my personal business. They don't need to know my personal business. They just need to know where I was teaching, who I was teaching, and what schedules and plans we had for that week. Okay. And then my monthly, there it is. Oh, Kitty is just making a mess, per usual, So, there. So, I mean, I could fit that, but then, you know, I don't have a blank notebook to write in, and I might need this coming up soon since we just have a few weeks. So that's one of the reasons why I've gone to using this Moterm. I think I'm going to stick with this one because I'm not a fan of the texture of this. So this one might, with these items, be in a giveaway. We'll see. So there you go, because I knew some of you wanted to see a comparison between the real Midori Traveler's Notebook and the 2 Moterms. They're such a good option if you're on a fixed or a limited budget. You can get this one from Amazon for about $27, so about $30 with tax. This one I got on AliExpress, and it was about $24. And they came with the inserts, the zipper pouch. This one on Amazon came with a folder, but this one also came with elastic, extra elastic, and a charm. So you do get pretty much everything you need to start your planning. So there you are. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.